Welcome. In front of me I have the LENOVO Tab K11 Plus, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device, specifications, build quality, and just give you my general thoughts and opinions as I go through it. Kind of like a, first impression. Now, I do want to start off by saying just quickly that I in no way am sponsored by any of the companies, so I can say whatever the hell I want about these devices. But typically, well, not typically, but always, I tend to just give my actual honest opinion about it. So, sometimes some people might not really like it, but that is what it is. So, let's just get straight into this. 2 seals to cut through, and come on. There we go. So, here we get the device. Actually, zoom out a little bit. Some paperwork and an energy rating sticker. So we have about 86 hours of battery life. And then on the other side right here we get, whoa, we get a charger. Would you look at that? Damn. And the cable. Let's quickly take a look at the charger itself. So this is, it's 20 watts, but hey, it's still better than nothing. So by all means, it's pretty nice that it comes included. And the cable is a Type C to Type A. As you can see the Type A right here. Anyway, let's move to the tablet. So, we get a 11 and almost a half inch of display right here with a resolution of 1200 by 2000, so just a little bit over 1080p, below like 2K, but it is only an LCD display that runs at 90 Hz refresh rate with a brightness of about 400 nits. So it's not the brightest display, it's not the most vibrant, nor one with the best contrast ratios or the fastest refresh rate. It is honestly at current times below average, and that would make sense considering this is actually a device that was released in 2024. Wow. Guess I'm a little bit late to this one. Is this like a re-release? Let me just quickly make absolute certain I'm not like taking a look at something that is gonna have different specifications and they just named it the same. So I'm gonna check out the model. So we're looking at model is TB352XU. So let's see if this is the same one. TB352. Yep, oh no, that's the FU. Ooh. Okay. So, I know this was from like 2025, end of it. So this could potentially be a different one. Let me quickly double check this just to be certain that I'm looking at a correct one, but because I surely wouldn't want to be looking at a wrong one. So I'll pause it and come back with the actual correct info. Okay, so I spent several minutes trying to find this specific model, and the truth is there's like almost no info here that I can find. So luckily there's a decent amount listed right here when it comes down to it. Not enough to kind of like give me a full picture, but if I'm just kind of guessing right here, what I think is the difference is that this specific model with the XU is just an alternative version of the one that is like I can find info without a problem, which is the FU, but there is a difference. This actually has a faster processor than the FU model of it, which they're named the same exact way. So this is going to be faster than the one that you can actually find literally everywhere. So kind of interesting, but other than that, I genuinely cannot find any kind of info for this device whatsoever, other than what's literally listed right here. Okay, so quickly going into this, the screen size doesn't really change, the same one. So 11.5 with 1200 by 2000 resolution. It is still an LCD, like I was mentioning before, as this is just clearly visible right here. It does have definitely 90 Hz refresh rate, possibly more. I don't know if this is actually 120, as it looks pretty smooth, which would be an improvement over the 90 that the FU one had. But again, this is just literally vibes. And actually, I can check this. I can go into display. There we go. And let's see. We are looking at... What the hell is the refresh rate? What? What? Where is the refresh rate? Okay, we got literally no info here about it. But using it, this is not 60. So it is definitely running a higher refresh rate. For some reason, I just cannot find info about it like anywhere, because I can't even change it. It's first time I ever encountered this. But in any case, let's skip the display. So CPU right here, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 685. Now this is the difference that I mentioned. The normal K11 Plus gets a 680. So yeah, this is 685. So I think this one, if I remember correctly, was just a newer version of that 6th generation processor. Now, this is a very dated processor. So you can kind of feel it. And like I was mentioning, this is, if by all intents and purposes, a device from like 2024. So 2 years already old, with a already even older processor included in the device at that time. It comes with 128 gigabytes of built-in storage, at least this one specifically, and it has 6 gigabytes of RAM, but I'm pretty sure you can probably get more storage. It is running, surprisingly, Android 15, although surprisingly, wait, what's the newest Android right now? Let me just quickly check my phone. We're running, or at least I am running right now, software information, Android 16. So, but it's pretty on track to the newest Android, and it hasn't been updated yet. It's straight out of the box without any kind of network connection. So it's basically info right here for this. Like I said, not much I can find about it in terms of specifications. Build quality wise, we have aluminum back, which also means we have aluminum frames, as this is just kind of one piece that wraps around. And this is some kind of plastic inlay right here for some just aesthetic reasons. We have a Type-C charging port at the bottom with speaker grills and a headphone jack. And then at the other side, or top, whichever way you want to classify this as, we have more speakers. We have also power button, volume rockers, and then little mounting with pogo pins and this for a magnetic case, which you just can, like, slap in, and you have a keyboard and so on. So in terms of cameras, I can't really tell you what cameras are in here, but I can tell you what they can do, which is most likely a 1080p 30 frames per second. So let's see if I'm correct. Yep, I am correct. So there's nothing to change right here, meaning that we do have only 30 frames, which is something that is expected. There you can kind of see it right here as well. So both front and back give you 720p 30 and 1080p 30 as well. So, and just to showcase this, there we go, that's the rear one. So obviously you're not going to be using cameras on tablets to capture any kind of meaningful footage. You have phones for that usually. But that being said, the price of this device is at about $270 United States dollars, including tax. So now this could potentially be even more if I outfind the exact model that this is. But what I'm finding is the previous one, let me just quickly check. So yeah, what I'm finding is the normal K11 Plus with the 600 or 680 processor instead of the 685 that this one has. So I just assume it's at 260, 80, something along those lines, dollars. It is a relatively pricey tablet even at current times, considering this is not a new one, and generally I would probably recommend actually looking for a newer device. Now when it comes to newer devices, you can actually look at devices such as I think it was Oppo pads, and they do have Oppo Pad SE, I think it was. Yeah, Oppo Pad SE, which could potentially get you a little bit bigger battery life and faster processor than what we have right here, as it's a newer device. So that's the first one that comes to my mind. There's other ones, so you can just kind of check out some other current time tablets instead of this one. Or what you could also alternatively look at, if you're interested in that and having something that is going to be better, is potentially a used, for instance, Galaxy tablet, so Samsung Galaxy tabs. These will be pretty good, even old ones, as they do come with like AMOLED displays and much better processors, as they are primarily flagship devices. And assuming you can get it for about the same price, if you don't mind getting a used one, that would be definitely a better option. It's going to be one that is definitely going to be faster than what we have right here. As what we have right here, it is pretty dated. So with that 685 processor, this is not going to be anything like, groundbreaking. So yeah, now this is kind of like a crappy video, as it was kind of hard to find any kind of info for this, or I couldn't find any info. It wasn't hard, it just doesn't exist by the looks of it. So there was a lot of information missing about this that I'm just not able to tell you. And what I can tell you is that the price that this costs, you can probably find newer devices that have been released sooner to like current times, which would provide you with a longer support for the device. So, more security patches coming to this device for a longer time, newer Android version, along with potentially faster processor, which that shouldn't be difficult. And one that I would be personally looking for is definitely a better display. Now this one actually, for what this is, runs pretty okay-ishly. It is very smudgy in motion. So like this text is very freaking smudgy right here, but it's doing pretty well in keeping up. And the only thing that I just don't like is the LCD aspect of it. So I'll primarily be looking for like AMOLED, but this is personal preference. If you don't mind it, how this looks like, then that's going to be all right. And a lot of tablets on the market use an actually LCD display. One of the ones that don't are going to be the Galaxy Tab S whatevers. So whatever Tab S you pick, those, I think as far as I know, all have AMOLED displays, which give you this much nicer looking display. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.